Oh
There it is.
yeah,
There it is.
looking like a fight night.
It's a fight night. Hit it to the left. Hit it to the right. Hold on. Fight
Looking
night.
like a fight night.
Hit
Night
on
night.
the left. Hit on the
I
right.
hope Tyson make him go night night.
Come on. It's a fight night. Rest in peace to Takeoff, man.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to
Takeoff.
Takeoff, man. We got
Underrated.
another one. Yeah, that was crazy.
Another one.
Another one. We got another good one though.
Coming to you live from the Sit Your Ass Down studios. Welcome to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
for that ass.
For that ass.
No Diddy.
No Diddy for that ass. It's fight
No-
night,
no doubt.
November 15th.
Fight
We
night.
thank you so much for listening to us.
Mhm.
Man, I'm juiced up. I'm excited.
juiced up. I'm
We didn't plan this
excited.
right because we should have had this as a watch party.
We should have had it as the watch
We should have had
party.
it as a watch party on YouTube,
everybody
but it's
watching
okay.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah, it's all
watching it. They
good.
just could have joined in with us and
Join in live. It's all
join
good.
in live, but it's all good. It's all
All
good in the hood.
It's all hood.
Let me back up. We got to pay our respects. Rest in peace. USC and LA Rams head coach John Robinson passed away early in the week at the age of 89. And one of his counterparts, Jerry Faust, former coach of Notre Dame,
Oh,
they
okay.
passed on the same day, same age. That was
Wow.
ironic.
That is very
And then to the Candyman himself, actor Tony Todd.
yeah.
Anyone who's seen the horror movie Candyman,
Dang.
that Joker scare you. He was
It's-
69 years old, so
Dang.
rest in
still-
peace to those folks.
Yeah.
We'll come back with some birthdays in just a little bit
Okay.
and some history. But
Okay.
man, I just want to talk about this fight. I got it
just
on
wanna
in the
talk about
corner,
this
so if you all see me glancing away from time to
It's all
time,
good.
I'm watching some of the action as we speak. We got
Yep.
Barrios and Ramos getting ready to fight.
Barrios de Ramos.
Barrios and Ramos getting ready to get some action going.
Okay.
But D, we talked about this some months ago, and it's finally here after a postponement.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't believe the fight is here and just all the hype around it. You're in one of the biggest arenas that you could be in the United
They
States.
making that bread.
Man, Jerry World, he just continues to,
He getting that
to
money.
bring it in.
Yeah, for sure.
He continues to figure out ways to, hey, if you need an event hosted, bring it right here to Dallas. Bring it to the Big D. Pause.
Bring it to the Big D.
Bring it to the Big D.
Oh.
Pause.
But no, like you said, Jerry's getting to that bag. That stadium, come on now. He put all that money in stadium. He's going to use it more than football as well as
Especially
he
with
should.
that trash organization
And
they got
right,
this year.
especially because you ain't getting no attraction because of the football team. So you might as well rent it out. But as far as this fight, this is like they are hyping this up, and they did it perfectly on a Friday night. Don't have to worry about nothing on Saturday because you got UFC 309 tomorrow. You got
And we'll talk about that in a second.
We'll talk about that in a sec. You got football games on Sunday. So, you do it on a Friday. It's not a lot of, got NBA games on, but a lot of people's attention is on this fight right now.
Yeah, and I don't think there was a college football game tonight that was going to take the attention away. We got some NBA.
But it's still early in the season.
For that cup. But yeah.
Oh, they are playing for the cup, though.
They're
They are
playing
playing
for the cup.
Yeah, they are.
So
Yep.
they're doing that tournament right now.
Mhm. Yeah, I forgot
so
about
that
that.
could possibly take a few eyes away. I guess the big thing for the viewers, the actual fight, they say they'll march probably around 11 o'clock. That's Central Time for us. That's midnight East Coast. Damn, that's late, but I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Jake Paul, I don't like him as a fighter. He's not a real boxer. Hasn't really fought anyone. You're fighting a true boxer this time, but the man is damn near 60 years old. So you might as well be fighting me. I could have got some of this cheese.
I could have got some of this bread.
Hey, let me get this. I'll take a few punches just to get that nice
You getting
paycheck.
that millions. You getting some millions.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be, and it's on Netflix too.
Man, they cut the check.
They cut the check, and that's the thing. And I'll talk about it a little bit later with the Cardinals. But between Netflix and Amazon and Peacock, which is a NBC product. But still, though, these other outlets are figuring out a way to let's get in on some of these
that makes
events.
sense.
Let's get in on the sports activities. Pretty soon, the traditional CBS, Fox,
Yeah.
we won't be watching football on those anymore. They're gonna
Nah.
it's gonna be YouTube. It's gonna be all streaming platforms. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be
Eventually.
on a traditional network television station. I hope it doesn't go that way,
It's looking like it is.
but it's looking like that's gonna
Some
be the way
game-
of the world.
Yeah, some games, some exclusive content. Just for instance, right here, if you got Netflix, you can watch this fight. If you don't got Netflix, I'm sure that you can find alternate ways to watch it. But it's yeah, they're gonna have to get on board because they're gonna have to get on board because
They're
I
forcing
think,
people to get with the times.
yeah, because what they have, don't they have a football game on? Is it for Netflix? What was it? Is it for Christmas? I had to look up the game. I think it's Kansas City and
Okay, I know the Black Friday game is on Amazon again.
the Black Friday game's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon, but I think you're right. I think Netflix did pick up a game. And then I heard the rumor that eventually, within the next couple of years, the NFL is going to expand to that 18-game season. And one of the features is going to be all the international games will be on some streaming platform, either Netflix, Amazon, or Peacock. And it's just going to be a package unto itself. So if you want to watch those early international games, you have to pay for them. You're going to have to get that streaming platform to be able to watch it.
Yeah.
And the NFL is not only getting to the bag, they're backing the Brinks truck up to the bank and just filing off like Tony Montana with big bags of money.
Now look at this, right? I didn't mean to cut you off. I was
no,
saying,
you're good.
For the Netflix on Christmas Day, you got Kansas City versus the Steelers, and then you got Baltimore versus the Texans
On Netflix.
on Netflix. It's 2 fire games.
Oh, when did Peacock do their game? They did it for the playoffs, didn't they?
They did it for like the playoff game.
They did it for the playoff game. And then you notice Kansas City is featured prominently on all the streaming games.
They're getting that check.
They're getting that check too.
Yeah, that's some cheese. That's exclusive money right there.
Man, that's crazy. But like you said, either you're gonna have to adjust and adapt, or you won't be
You
watching.
have to get with it, or
you got to get with the times, and you'll be hearing about it from some. Or that's when you get with a partner or two, and everybody antes up and goes in on it to get the game.
House.
Yeah,
I'll pay
make
for the
sure
wings.
you bring a dish or bring something to drink. Just don't come empty-handed though.
Yeah, don't be disrespectful.
No, don't be disrespectful. Hey, bro, sit over in the corner. You can watch it on the phone. You didn't bring anything.
Oh, since you didn't bring nothing, you can watch
Since
it.
You didn't bring nothing, you get to watch nothing. All right, so then we
you ain't gonna watch nothing. You can watch the same thing that you brought.
Nothing. Go sit in the kids' corner. Talking about UFC 309, which will take place Saturday night, November the 16th. Jon Jones.
It snuck up on us.
It snuck up because remember originally they were saying it was going to be in December.
Like
it was going to be like that last card of the year. But they moved it up, and he's fighting Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight title. Both fighters have not been in the ring in a little minute, so it's going to be interesting to see. Jon Jones is 37. Stipe is, they say, 42.
Yep.
3 years off for him. I don't think
42?
I don't think that bodes well, man.
And you fighting?
And you're fighting the champ. You're fighting
the
best ever.
I don't know about Stipe. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I'm not seeing it right now. I think
Jon is gonna make Stipe go to sleep. Stipe
need to go to sleep.
That sounds like a shirt.
I had to go sell some,
especially if it happens.
Right. But no, I don't see much going for us. Stipe, for real. You haven't been fighting. Like, it's one thing, football, basketball, you can't just hop right back into those. But you're about to go in a fight with somebody.
Toe to toe.
Toe to toe. And
with one of the best ever to do it.
So I hope he's been doing some heavy sparring. I hope he's been doing some crazy sparring because he's a firefighter outside of this. I don't know if he's still volunteering part time.
Oh,
Did he get knocked out? I missed it.
Barrios just knocked Ramos down. He hit him with an overhand right, like bop.
What round you in? Oh, I just got it. Yep, I'm a little behind you.
Did you see it?
Yeah, yep, I just saw it. And in a second.
Yeah.
Yep. His face already looked beat up. Oh yeah. Barrios.
I'm gonna be a fight with some bop in it.
I'm gonna need a fight with
some
bop
rocked. In it. And that was a nice overhand right. I know they're going to show it again, but yeah. Stipe, please don't go to sleep.
Stipe going to sleep. And then who else is on that card? They got Michael Chandler.
They showed it in slow motion.
Oh, he hit him with a nice one. But yeah, I was saying Michael Chandler is on that card too as well.
Okay. We talked about him with the Dominator, didn't we?
Yeah, the Dominator.
Okay. I'm glad you told me because I can't tell you anybody else who's on the card. And truthfully,
my due diligence.
I really don't care.
If you ask me, I really don't give a damn.
I don't give a. So if I fall asleep, I'm gonna wake up. I got to see that.
Oh, it's Charles Oliveira.
Oh, my boy. We were talking about him.
That's going to be a good one.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
Chandler versus Charles Oliveira. It's a rematch from a couple years ago when they were fighting for the title.
Michael, whatever you do, don't let him jump on your back.
Yeah.
If he jumps on your back, it's over with.
It's a wrap.
It's over with.
It's going to be a good fight.
It's not going to be a taco. It's not going to be a sandwich.
A panini.
A pizza. It's gonna be a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Don't let
whatever you do. Don't let him jump on your back.
If he loses, he's for sure on. It's a wrap. Next week, I'm foreshadowing that.
Little foreshadowing. All right, so we'll go back to those birthdays. So celebrating a birthday on November 17th. We will release this on Sunday the 17th.
Okay.
Katie Douglas, American swimmer, Olympic gold medalist over in Paris. She celebrates a birthday.
Volley-foot français.
S'il vous plaît. Nick Markakis, American baseball outfielder, played for the Orioles and the Braves. All-Star in 2018, won a Gold Glove in 2011, 14, and 18, and won a Silver Slugger Award. Nick Markakis. Bring the pain, because the birthday is for Reggie Wayne.
Bring the pain.
Bring the pain. It's Reggie Wayne.
It's Reggie Wayne.
Super Bowl winner with the Indianapolis Colts, first team All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler. Happy birthday to him. And then to head coach Sean Miller, college basketball coach for Xavier and the University of Arizona. So those folks celebrate a birthday on this day in history.
On this day.
November 17th. In 2021, Garbine Muguruza becomes the first Spanish player to win a WTA finals match. In 2013, Jimmy Johnson, one of my favorite drivers, he wins the Sprint Cup for the 6th time. In 12, Tony Stewart won the Sprint Cup that year. And in 2001, in the Iron Bowl, Alabama beats Auburn 31-7 in Auburn. So those are some things that took place in our history on November 17th. And we celebrate those birthdays as well. So
yeah, let's go. Celebrate them. Celebrate them folks.
We did this segment last week called One Word, and we did NFL. So we're going to play one word again this week.
We're bringing it back. Okay, cool.
Bringing it back, but it's NBA based, as I promised. And so I'm going to give you a few names of some players and some coaches, and you tell me the first word that you think of. Trae Young for your Atlanta Hawks. Let me make sure I explain why I chose Trae Young.
It might just be surface level. I'm just thinking shooter.
Okay. I put good. He's not great, but he's good.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Not great enough to I'll say carry a team. We got to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, and he was going crazy. His shooting ability is great. He's gonna keep shooting. He's actually balling this year.
Yeah, he's having
If
a
I
good
could,
season so
if,
far. That's one of the reasons I wanted to talk about him. But he's good.
I'm gonna say yeah, good. I
He's
think.
just not great. But I
Maybe
think
I should
we
go back and
expected a little
say
bit more out of him. I know
right.
I did coming
What's
out of college.
dang? It's too bad it's one word. What's this like as far as like you see the almost like potential? He got the potential.
Untapped, maybe is a
Yeah,
word.
yeah. He hasn't reached his potential yet. Something like
Okay.
that. It's like he can be because the trajectory at best he could be like I'm not gonna say like Steph Curry, but along that esque. But
Okay. Luka Doncic,
I'll say I'm thinking probably game style smooth. There you go.
Jalen Brunson for the New York Knicks.
Oh, tough.
I put complimentary because he's not the lead person. I know they've got him in that role, but he's not the lead dog to me. He needs some
You think he is
help
the league? Who you think is the league dog? You don't
for
think? Oh, you're saying you don't think he's like that?
I don't think he's that caliber of player. He's good. He has
I mean, it's
moments
very
where he
hard to
takes
be.
over a game.
Yeah, he was snapping a little bit. It's just almost like nowadays you got so many players and you got so many solid teams. Even if you're that type of caliber, it's gonna be hard to carry a team by yourself.
True. There's
I
not
think it's
many players that can carry a team by them. But
right.
I guess he's
That's just
just
rare. That's
I
like
seen him
rare
back when he was with
company.
Dallas. He was more of a complimentary player. They put him in the lead role in New York. But I don't know. Maybe that's just my perception of him. Maybe I'm being too hard on him. But
No.
he's just not. To me, he's just not that lead dog for me. Excuse
He
me.
plays tough though.
Plays
I was gonna
tough.
say I think he fits the kind of the New York style.
There's Jake Paul entering to the stadium. What's that drink?
Usually
He got
he
some
has.
kind of. Is that a drink or is that spray? He was spraying some kind of like cologne or something.
I don't know what spray he got.
Something is. Did you see
Yeah,
what he had
got
in his hand?
yeah, like some type of spray.
There's Iron Mike. Looks stiff. I guess I would be too. Get ready.
Might be the jacket. And he's 60.
That jacket
That's
is
jacket
tight,
tough.
but it
Jacket
is
tough.
tight.
Them
Look
are
like he's in
tough.
good shape though. But no, hey, look like he's moving a little stiff. LeBron James. I know I'm looking for what's D? What's the one word D's would call LeBron?
I mean, goated.
I already knew. I put amazing, especially the way he's playing. But
He's
3
running for
straight triple doubles.
And
Come on,
another
man.
one.
At 40 years old,
39 finna be 40.
getting ready to be 40. I just say he's 40,
That's
and
crazy.
it's within a month. And it's not with 24 points, 10 and 10. He's 12 rebounds, 14 assists, something like that. It's triple doubles. I'm like, he's not squeaking, it's just barely getting them.
And it doesn't look ugly. It looks like this dude.
No, and it's coming within the flow of the game. Yeah, it's coming within the flow. It's like he's getting better.
He's not forcing it or nothing. He's literally like still in his prime.
Like he's trying to he's stat chasing. It's not like that. That's not what I'm seeing.
He's actually like it's efficient scoring.
It sucks so they don't have a better team around him and Anthony Davis.
The fact that he's still they can't say like, man, we got a broken down LeBron at the end of his career, and no, he just needs
his 3-point shooting is better than it's ever been. That's the shot that used to plague him. I used to beg him when they would play the Warriors. Yeah, shoot that 3. He'd clank 1 or 2, then he'd hit a couple.
It wasn't as consistent as it is now.
It's consistent now.
It's like on money. Like
he's improved his shooting quite a bit from the outside because he knows he can't. But he still goes to the hole quite a bit. He's still like a runaway train when he comes down the middle of the lane. He's
not like as explosive, but it's still
he picks his spots.
Yeah, it's still efficient.
Yeah, very efficient.
Balls to the wall, pause like all the time. He could just play basketball. Yeah,
I agree. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Dang, I'll say a little disappointed.
I say underappreciated. I don't think people, and I guess because they haven't won lately, the last couple of years, you don't see his game as much as we used to. But when you watch him, That's another dude that's capable of a triple double because he's gonna
Oh,
get his
easily.
rebounds, he's gonna get his points.
I don't know why it's not producing.
I, I think it's coaching. I
It's
think
definitely coaching.
I think Doc's not getting anything out of it. Something about when they made that change. That team's not feeling that. They're not effing with it.
Yeah, they're not effing with the move. People got to think about the chemistry too.
What are they? I think they were 21-10, something like that. It was a record similar to that. I know they had at least 21 wins at that particular time. And they had a winning record when they made the change. Ralph Macchio, Zapka from what's the movie? Karate Kid. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna bring some stars. They're gonna bring some stars in
There's
there
some
tonight.
stars out there for sure.
Couple more. Eric Spoelstra, coach for the Miami Heat.
Intelligent.
I put driven.
Mm-hmm.
That man can do a whole lot with a whole lot of nothing.
I'm telling you, he can make it happen.
He can make it happen. Greg Popovich, and our thoughts and prayers are with Pop. Suffered a stroke on the 2nd of November. He's out indefinitely, and he's rehabbing. We hope to see him back on the sideline soon. Greg Popovich for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, a legend.
Legend. I call him a statesman. He's just like the ambassador of the game. He just great coach, 5 titles, coached the USA men's team for a few years. He gets the most. That's another man that gets the most out of his players. Yep. And he's earned the respect of his players. He always has the players' backs. That's one thing I love about him is he's a player's coach. He's gonna be hard on you. He's gonna drive you, but he's got your back at the same time. And then last but not least, my man, number 30, Wardell Stephen Curry. Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors. One word, wrap up this segment. What'd you say, D?
An icon.
Yeah, I put legend.
Mm-hmm.
Change the game.
Everybody
thinks they can shoot a 3.
Not like that. No,
not like that. Not from that distance. Not consistently. Not take over a game. I don't know if you saw the game the other night when Clay returned to San Francisco. Yeah. That was a game.
That's a game.
And he made him go night-night.
He made him go night-night.
He made the Mavericks and Clay go back to Dallas. He put them to sleep.
They said he runs like 2.5 miles every game, like close to 3 miles a game.
Never stops moving. Bronny, you might want to pay attention to that.
I don't know if Bronny can do it.
He's got to get his stamina up. Right. And mighty funny. That was a perfect segue. This segment is called It's Not What You Think.
Did you see that?
Oh, he got Barrios, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
And he's about to get him. Ramos making a comeback. And he's hitting him with some shots.
He dazed and confused.
Yeah, he's dazed and confused.
He got to get out of there.
Oh, boy, just walking in, too. That's the thing. Yep, you don't let anybody just keep walking in on you.
Yeah, you got to yell. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's called It's Not What You Think.
It's not what you think.
So previous, I guess.
It's not what you think.
It's not what you think. The rumor out there was that LeBron James Jr., a.k.a. Bronny, is not going to be given preferential treatment as many of us first thought.
Preferential?
What we found out, and well, let me back up what the rumor was, is that Bronny was not going to travel with the G League team, which he's not. The thought was he didn't want to fly on the United Airlines flights with the team. And that when the team is away, he'll be back practicing with the Lakers. So got to the bottom of it. It turns out that the team, the Lakers organization, said that because he is the 55th pick, he's got a guaranteed contract. So he has a roster spot. He's not a two-way player. So if you had a two-way contract, means you can go back and forth between the G League and the Lakers. He's really just going down to the G League to get more experience. So he's not on a two-way contract. His contract is with the Lakers for the next 2 years, I think.
Okay.
He's got guaranteed money. So
he
won't travel with the team. But I think that'd be good for him just to go with other guys closer to your talent level.
The age level.
Yeah, I get it. You're practicing with your dad and his teammates.
Bronny, you gonna practice with your dad?
Hey, Bronny, did you pack? You're going with us? We're going on the road. Or are you gonna hang out with your dad?
But that's so crazy. How many people think some players feeling some type of way about that? You
They
know
have
what I'm
to
saying?
be.
You
And
know
especially if they don't really understand the dynamic of the two-way contract versus he's got an actual roster spot with the Lakers. So he made the team. He's just going down there for some seasoning and to get better. But I think he'd be better suited
man, he got
to
it good.
play with them all the time.
He got it
You know,
set up. You gotta count your blessings
count your blessings and thank your pops.
and think
Because
count
you
your
know his
blessings
dad fought
and
for him to
thank your
get that.
pop. Oh
I don't
yeah,
care what
that's
they
all
say.
his dad. That's
I don't
all
care
his
what they say.
dad.
Yeah,
But I
because
mean, I'm not hating over. I just know
I'm
some
not
players.
hating either.
I know some players gonna feel some type of way about that.
Damn, especially coming off that performance Saturday night, 6 points. I don't care what league you're in. 6 points that's not all that great.
That's 6 points.
That's 6 points. That's nothing spectacular.
And it'd be one thing if he was like killing them, you know. Then it's just like you can't. I can't even hate. Dude
I can't
going off
hate
of
it. I can see it was
least
16 points,
man,
26
right,
points.
Right. It's respect. He's getting from 16 to 22 on when he's getting some money, or if he's really hitting. But it's
You got coaches clowning him, D. Basically saying he's not going to be that good. That
I don't know.
he might turn out to be a bust. It's early.
It's
I don't want to
early.
hate on him.
I'm not even
But all
hating
I
on
can
him.
say,
But
it's
you
not
gotta,
what you
like,
think.
But it's just almost like, yeah, he's still young, but it's just you ain't killing the game.
You're not
to your
changing the
dad.
game.
But I'm not comparing you to your dad, but I'm just comparing to like people who came in the league around your age that made an impact. You can tell when someone, it's like the eye test, and it's almost like you could tell, okay, this dude got game, okay, he's gonna be something special. Oh, hey, watch out for this dude. You can, if you know basketball and watch basketball, you can just do the eye test. This is not really passing the eye test. We ain't really, you know, he did go off for 20-some points in, what was it, I guess in the preseason
Summer league.
Summer league, but it was just like, okay, if he was doing that consistently, then
that's typically against other rookies and second year players who are trying to make the team. Yeah,
I'm not hating. Yeah, I'm not hating.
I'm not hating. No, we're just pointing out.
observation.
We're just basically observing
observation.
and reporting what we see. But all in all, it's not what you think. He's not getting preferential treatment. This came down from the Lakers organization, said that they would prefer that when the G League team is out of town, that he practiced with the big club. So that's what's happening. Moving on to some NBA power rankings, our first one of the year. You got Cleveland holding down
Cavaliers.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, former team of LeBron James, holding down the top spot at 13-0 as of the 15th of November. Number 2, you got Golden State at 9-2. They lost to Cleveland about a week ago. They got blown out.
About a week ago.
Holding down the 3rd spot, you got OKC 10-2.
Yeah, you know me.
In the 4th spot, you got the defending champion Boston Celtics at 10-3.
Oh, they got the Boston Celtics.
And then rounding out the top 5, you got the Phoenix Suns at 9-3.
Ooh, it's hot.
They're off to a surprisingly good start. For them. So those are your NBA power rankings. Moving on to it's not a taco.
It's not a burrito.
It's not a sandwich.
It's not a panini.
It's not a pizza. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. We talked about him earlier in the week.
It's a wrap. It's a done daily.
Former Chicago offensive coordinator Shane Waldron, man, relieved of his duties this past Monday after the offense sputtered, and rookie quarterback Caleb Williams looked like his growth has been stunted. He's regressing.
Yeah.
He was holding on to the ball too long. Like we talked about coming into the season, he's got weapons. You got a running game. I don't know if it's a product or a byproduct of the play calling was bad, or they didn't put him in a good position to be successful like Jaden Daniels up to this point. Didn't look good last night, speaking of Jaden, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I don't know, man. Shane, did he not understand what he was working with? Because what I would have done is leaned on some of the concepts that he was running in college. What did he do well?
What was he
College.
good at? A
Yeah.
lot of rollout. They're keeping him in the pocket a lot, and
Right. They're
he's
not
more of
letting
a
him roll out so
rollout.
much.
He's been a rollout. Dum 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 dum. I'm telling you, he's a rollout quarterback, and they're thinking like, oh, let's keep him in the pocket so he doesn't get exposed to those players coming at him, getting those cheap shots. But he's not comfortable in the pocket, man.
No.
We're trying to take someone, like you just said, build on their strengths. What were they good at in college? Okay, let me try to. You're the professional.
You're the OC.
You're the OC. That you got to be creative. Okay, let me think. How can I put him in a good spot to where it could be just second nature, where he doesn't even have to think about it? Because it looks like he's just thinking about it too much on the field. And there's something not clicking in Chicago, because you see DJ Moore walking off the field. You got, I forgot brother's name, who's over here waving at the fans, and then
Stevenson was the last name.
Yeah, Stevenson got killed with the Hail Mary. So you got players not locking in. You got players not respecting each other. You got players doesn't really see they're bought in. They don't look like they're playing as a team. They got pieces. They got weapons. Young talent too. But yeah, and Justin Fields said it too. I think that's why we didn't really see an advance in his growth. We saw some regression in his growth, because I think I think you got some stubborn coaches there saying like, hey, you need to run my scheme and get to my scheme, instead of just trying to let that player play. That's what they did with Justin. That's what they went wrong with Justin Fields.
Yeah.
They didn't play to his strengths. And then that's why he was regressing. He goes to Pittsburgh and they have a great start. You're not playing to Caleb Williams' strengths. I don't see too much rollout in the things he does. That's what makes him special.
And when he is rolling out, he's panicking.
Right.
He's rolling out a necessity.
Run some plays to where it rolls out naturally that way.
It's funny you say that, because I was thinking about Brock Purdy. They don't have him roll out like he used to his first couple of years.
They try to keep him because they don't want to get him exposed to those free shots.
Yeah, and I get that, but damn, if the man can roll out and get you 30 yards,
it's almost 20, like 30 yards. One of his like superpowers. Right. That's what makes him cook a little bit. Okay, let me get out of here. Ooh, and that's when those
and I can see the whole field. I can see everything.
I can manipulate people because I'm going this way, and I got the receiver. Let them cook up. Let them do their backyard football sometimes. Just let them play sometimes.
And to Shane's detriment, from the moment that he knew they were drafting Caleb Williams, I would have watched all of his film. I'd have watched every piece of tape that I could watch, and I just would have had just a chopped up tape, nothing but all his best plays.
His best, yes.
And like you just said, half of them would probably 3/4 of them would be him rolling out and hitting somebody deep. And that's what we would run. Like you said, you got to play to their strengths. And Shane, I hope you get another job somewhere. But for right now, with Chicago, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
And Eberflus, you're not too far behind, buddy.
If you don't turn this season around, it's finna be a wrap for you, because
I think it don't matter how it turns out. I think it's a wrap.
Yeah, they want him out. They want
you got the fans yelling, "Fire Flus, fire Flus."
They need a hard-nosed. They need like a Dan Campbell. They need a Mike Tomlin. They need like a hard-working, cultured coach, someone who embodies Chicago. It's blue collar. It's tough football. It's great defense. We're running the football like
smash mouth.
They
messed up because they had the man who wanted the job. It was Jim Harbaugh. Played for the Bears.
Yeah,
remember he wanted that job.
Perfect. That would have been perfect.
And he runs that scheme. We're gonna that's why the Chargers.
Yeah, that's why the Chargers. Chargers has the best defense. One of the best defenses this year.
They do. And he loves that smash mouth style of football. Come playoff time and it's cold, players don't want to get hit hard and they don't want to tackle. They don't want to wrap up.
Perfect for Chicago.
He would have been perfect. They messed
Caleb
up.
Williams,
you had your rookie quarterback. You had a coach. It would have been a match made in Chicago and heaven.
Yeah.
All right, son. You got my attention. Moving on to the college football playoff rankings week 2. I know you were ticked off. Your team took a loss.
Man.
And they dropped all the way down to 12th. But because how it's set up, Boise State actually holds the 12th spot. They'd be in the playoffs, and Georgia would be on the outside looking in. So Georgia's in a must-win
Oh,
situation
they got to win out.
Saturday night. They
But
did pretty much that, but it
no, you
starts
can't take any more
Saturday with
losses.
Tennessee.
No more
They
losses.
they got to beat Tennessee, and it's at home. You got to win that game.
Carson
So
Beck, get it together.
please get it together. So going through the rankings real quickly, you got Oregon holding on to the top spot. Ohio State stayed at number 2. Texas moved up from 5th. They're at 3rd.
Dang.
Penn State jumped up from the 6th spot to the 4th spot. Indiana, who's 10-0, jumped up from 8th to 5th. But they had, when you look at their schedule,
They ain't playing
they really
nobody.
hadn't played anybody.
It's gonna work its way out.
I think it's going to shake its way
I
out.
think by the towards the end, you're gonna actually get the top
The
team.
teams that's supposed to be
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
I agree. That's why I'm not talking about any matchups right now, because that'd be stupid to be talking matchups.
because it's gonna change. in
Oregon will get a bye, or they
Yeah.
may even lose. It's not all said and done. But to continue, BYU jumped up from 9th to 6th.
They ain't played nobody.
They ain't played anybody not worthy of being in the top 6. Tennessee stayed at number 7. I think after Georgia beats them, they'll drop down. I know they will. Notre Dame moved up from 10 to number 8. Miami took a loss, suffered a
Dang.
loss. They dropped
went
from
all the way
4th to
back.
9th. But how did they drop from 4th to 9th? And in Georgia, who played a tougher team, dropped all the way down to 12th.
I guess it's because we lost. That's our second loss.
Yeah, that was
And
their
then-
first
and
loss.
then
You're right.
Miami's first loss, but they
Yeah.
lost to Georgia Tech. So I
True
guess
that.
an unranked opponent dropped them all the way back. But some of this stuff it's almost
Yeah,
just
but
like it
now
don't
the
make
team-
sense.
The team that you lost to, Ole Miss, jumped up from 16th to 11th. So they are ranked now. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it's because they did beat you, but
Right.
still,
But
though,
still, though,
they're ranked.
they were
So-
ranked at the time.
Just to finish it up, Notre Dame moved up from 10th to 8th. Miami, like I said, 9-1, moved or dropped from 4th to 9th. Ole Miss 16th to 11. Georgia dropped from 3rd down to number 12, and then Boise State's in there, number 13, but they would be 12th just by the simple fact that they're leading their conference and they would get an automatic bid into the 12-team playoff. Like you said, D, hopefully it all shakes out, because some of these teams will suffer another loss or a loss. Indiana, I'm just not feeling that, though. I don't even know what the criteria is in terms of, are they using strength of schedule? I don't know what they're using to get this, but right now through week 2, it's a joke, right? I'm not understanding, so not feeling it. To expound a little bit on that Ole Miss Georgia game, I don't know if you heard the comments afterwards, but head coach Lane Kiffin said that they recruited specifically to be able to battle Georgia. He said after they got stomped last year, he went to the portal.
It showed.
And it showed they were much improved. They
Well
gave Georgia a
prepared.
hard time from the
Yeah,
very
from the
beginning of
jump.
the game.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Jump.
look better, and they are worthy to be in the top 12 after that win. They're 8-2. So somebody is going to
Man,
take a
that's
third.
coaching.
Somebody's going to have a third loss.
That's coaching right there. You take a LAPD ass kicking, and then you literally go say, "Hey, I'm recruiting specifically for this team."
Because he said in his mind, Georgia is the team to beat.
exactly. And if
in
I
the
can beat
SEC.
them, I can.
If I can beat them, then we'll be okay.
Yep.
And it's proven to be
it's
true.
It did. You
Now
see,
I don't
he
know
jumped all the
if
way up.
they're gonna have to win out to stay in that top 12,
Right.
but to his credit, he did what he was supposed to do.
That's coaching. He
That's
did it.
coaching.
That's good.
That's looking at the film and making adjustments. Shane Waldron, Matt Eberflus, new Heisman candidate. Now that Cam Ward in Miami lost, do you think Travis Hunter is back in the picture, or is it Ashton Genty's to lose? I don't think. I guess if you compare both of them, Colorado and Boise State are on the same
Right.
level in terms of teams that they've played, the
Right,
talent that
conferences,
they've played.
Teams
Yeah.
they play. I think right now, man, it might be Ashton Genty's to lose. Don't get me
I'm kind
wrong.
of thinking that too, but I don't know why Travis Hunter's not getting more love though. This is a
Maybe
two-way
it's
player.
It's a two-way player. I think they're not putting enough respect on it because he got numbers comparable. I guess it's not maybe just as far as, but he's
They're not
playing
off
both
the chart
ways.
numbers,
Yeah, they're not off
yeah.
the chart numbers, but if you put in perspective that he's playing both sides of the football, and he's still producing in this way. That's
I mean, he
and
makes some top plays.
and they got other people don't realize they got other dogs receivers on Colorado. Jimmy
Right.
Horn, and I forgot other buddy name, number 10.
Number 10, I know
Yeah,
exactly who you're talking about.
cold. Like they get open too. There's some game changers too, so they got some dogs there. But I think to answer the question, I think it's probably Ashton Genty's to lose because he's having an incredible season already.
I agree. Moving on to Monday Night Football, son. The Rams took on Miami. Miami traveled all the way to L.A. I did take the Dolphins in that, and I was rewarded. They got that win over L.A., and Tua Tagovailoa stayed healthy.
Man,
There's a couple
blessings.
plays in there towards the end. I'm watching. I'm like, damn, he's mighty close to just head hitting somebody or that
It's so
graze.
sad. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, okay, he got tackled and his head it didn't go back, but I'm like, if it goes back and hit that
Didn't one
turf,
time didn't it look like it hit the turf?
yeah, that's what
towards the
I
end
think
of
I
the
know what
game?
you're talking about because it
Yeah.
went back. And I'm like, okay, now,
Yep.
y'all love that.
Tua, it's not worth it, buddy.
It's not worth it.
worth it. Let me get that score real quick. I don't know why I didn't put
Dang.
it in my notes.
Yeah, no, I think man, you flirting with death. Yo, let's just not do that at all.
No need, man. You got
It's just a
93
game.
million guaranteed.
It's just a game.
Keep some sanity. Keep your
Play
head
flag
about literally.
football.
Keep your head about you.
Play
It's-
flag football.
Just become a good coach if you want to pass it along. You know,
He can play for the USA flag football team. I'm telling you.
23-15 was the score of that game.
Okay.
Dolphins won 23-15.
Yeah, I had Rams, I think. Yeah.
Yep, you did.
Mhm.
Somebody else
Was out
took
there.
Rams.
I forgot.
But
who
I
else took
kept
Rams,
telling
but-
you all, I had a feeling too they were going to go out there, warm weather.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to get them.
he wasn't.
And in the Thursday night game, Eagles over the Commanders, 26-18. Eagles improved to 8-2. Washington
Eagles.
is now 7-4. It was a sluggish game with 12-10 for quite a while, and then
And
Saquon Barkley got loose.
Saquon Barkley. He's the game
26
changer.
carries, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns. That last touchdown, D, when I think it was like a 30-some yard run, and he just did a
He
U-turn.
went off and then went back, saw the cut, and then hit it.
But then hit it, went through the end zone, did a U-turn, and ran all the way up the sideline. Dude had so much steam, he couldn't even stop.
He couldn't even stop.
He's just like, man, that hole
Dude
was
is ridiculous.
Giants, you messed up. That's who
Bruh,
you should have built your
sit
team
ass
around.
down.
Sit your
That's
asses
who you
down.
should- Sit your ass down. I keep saying it. Why would you get rid of Saquon and then you gave him to your division rival?
To your division rival, and now your quarterback, who you gave all the money to, you got to sit his ass down because you're afraid if he's injured, he has an automatic $23 million kick-in clause that you got to pay him next season,
Y'all just
which means you might as well keep him. So sit your asses down. That was stupid. But you just rejuvenated that man. So if we were playing one word, Saquon Barkley, rejuvenated, incentivized,
man,
pissed off. But that's
Man.
2 words. Pissed. NFL game of the week, D. NFL game of the week this Sunday. Kansas City at Buffalo.
Kansas City and Buffalo. I think the only other one was gonna be that Ravens and Steelers.
Ravens Steelers. I got that on here as well. But
that's the only two I was like, okay, these are games. These are
besides our
games.
2 games.
Oh, yeah, of
that
course,
Atlanta Broncos game is a big one for
that's
me.
pivotal. And also, we play next week is our bye week. We've been playing this whole time. We haven't had a bye week yet. So
you all need a break.
If we need a break for sure, if we can get this dub going into the bye, it's gonna be good for us. But yeah, the game of the week, Buffalo and Kansas City. I want to see if they said Buckner's hurt.
Harrison Butker.
Yeah,
yep,
Buckner.
the kicker. Yep. I saw a teaser on local news today. It said, "Can the Chiefs keep winning?" And then I looked this up. They have, of a 9-0 team, they have the lowest point differential of any team in NFL history.
They're not.
They barely. They win by the skin of their teeth.
Should have lost last week, but then got a blocked field goal.
They should have lost the week before to the Raiders.
They're not dominating anybody.
Just keep winning.
Just win, baby, win.
All
It's
I
just
do is win,
crazy.
win, win, no matter
It's
what.
crazy. So
It's
now
crazy.
I can see Buffalo winning just on they gotta lose to somebody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like they're gonna lose eventually because, like you just said, they're barely. It's just a field goal. But
And
I mean,
Josh Allen is 3-1 against the Chiefs in the regular season. He
but
just can't beat them
in
in the
the
playoffs when
when
it
it
matters.
matter,
It's good.
so I
And
think
with no kicker,
yeah,
they're gonna be
yeah, that's gonna
4
be
down
different.
territory
Buffalo
quite
probably
often.
win. I chose the Chiefs. I'm still riding with the Chiefs, but Buffalo will probably win. But we'll see it in the playoffs because they
When it
never
really matters.
when it really matters, they don't win. But they might, yeah, they mess around and get this one. Honestly, it might be a dominant performance by Buffalo.
Russell Wilson's riding that 3-0 record so far.
I chose Steelers in that one. You know, I F with
I
Lamar in
think I
there.
took the Ravens, didn't I? I had to look it up, but I think I took the Ravens just
Yeah.
because man, Russell, you're going to have to prove it to me that you can beat a good team. But I can see him dominating that middle part of the Ravens
It's gonna be
defense,
good.
that soft area where they
Ravens
just
winning
keep
too.
getting exposed. Yeah. All right, son. You got any juicy news for us?
Just a little juicy news. Just a
Let
little
me
juicy
let me
news.
get the juice out. Damn. That's a good pour right there. One more for the road.
One more.
All right, son. Time for that juicy
Juicy
news.
news.
Because if
'Cause
you
if you
don't
don't
know,
know,
now you
now you
know.
know.
Young brother,
Brother,
young sister,
sister,
young
play
player, Dwight Howard,
Howard,
P.
Diddy,
Diddy, Porter,
Porter, family,
family,
Sheeta.
Sheeta. Who you got tonight, son? What's that
Man,
juicy news?
juicy news. If you don't know, now you know. Because it's good segue. We were just talking about the Chiefs. Did you hear the homes of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce got broke into,
Yeah.
burglarized? They both got burglarized. So police said the loss at Kelsey's home totaled $21,000, including $20,000 in cash.
Damn. They just
Man,
had
he
it
had
on
them.
the kitchen table.
I guess probably just had a little side money, just keep some cash on hand.
That's somebody that they know,
Man,
man.
that's what they knew you. It's always somebody that you know and can
And
just
they
get
knew
in there.
exactly where you were.
He was in Denver. Wait, was it in Denver? No, it was in K City.
That was in Kansas City. That's even more disrespectful.
Dang.
You
And
gonna
Mahomes,
rob me while I'm playing.
man, while I'm playing, so it's somebody
And I
or
think they
like
live in a
somebody
gated community, if I'm not mistaken.
man.
So it's got to
It's
be somebody that had
somebody-
access.
It might have been one of what's his brother name? Jackson's little homies. You know,
Or it could have been Jackson.
It's too close. It's too close. Just think
Because
about
why
it.
would you hit them up of all people? You didn't hit anybody else in the
Hey, y'all ain't got no
subdivision?
security guards. I guess the thing is a gated community. They're gonna boost security. You guys
That's
are too
somebody
big
that
now.
they know, D. When we find
Absolutely.
out, that's going to be somebody that they know.
Because I either look at it again, since Mahomes confirmed his home was recently burglarized, but otherwise wouldn't get into the details as it's an investigation still going on. Let's see.
I hope his dad didn't get high and he broke into.
It's someone they know who had a key. Like it's probably it's probably no forced entry. It's somebody they knew, and you knew exactly where the cash was at and
You
how to
had to know. You seen him with the cash just laying around, like he just didn't leave it out on the kitchen table.
If it's someone that's been over to that house before,
Right?
Acquaintance. It could have been one of. That's when I'm.
Because how would you even know where to look for the money?
Exactly.
I'm assuming these houses or mansions are pretty big, a lot of different rooms.
You got to be bold to break in. What? Because you broke into Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce's house,
knowing exactly where they were. That's somebody that they know, and it's a mutual person that they know.
Who has time to?
You don't have to bring Columbo in to figure this one out. We pretty much got it solved right now.
It's someone they know.
That's somebody that they know.
Ain't no way, because if I'm robbing you, no, I'm just playing. I'm just thinking the mind of a robber. If it's my first, I don't have time to burglarize 2 houses. I'm gonna go in this one and just. You might have time, but
Yeah, you
And
had
it's so
3 hours. You had 3
yeah, you
plus
did have
hours.
3 hours, but the
But
chances
you'd
of
have
you
to know exactly when everybody was gone.
exactly.
You'd
That's what
have
I'm
to know
saying.
that the kids were gone to the
Times
game.
it's times would have to line up perfectly. The chances that no one's at their house and no one's at Mahomes' house. I know this at the game, but you would have had to known that everybody gone.
Right. You probably sat back and saw him at the game, and you left the game,
You let
went and broke in and got what you got, and then went back to
you
the
was at
game.
the and
it's
so when they know.
it's somebody that they know.
Quick quote from Patrick Mahomes says, obviously it's frustrating and it's disappointing, but I can't get into too many details because the investigation is still going on. But obviously, something that you don't want to happen really to anybody, but obviously yourself.
Yeah. He's disappointed because it's somebody that they know. Gotta be.
And he don't want
Gotta
to say
be.
because it's an open investigation.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly who. That means
You know who it is.
that means they probably caught him. They're like, "Hey, you ready to press start?" And probably one of Jackson's crackhead friends, or it was probably
It's
Jackson.
Jackson. I'm telling you.
He needed some money because all the trouble he's been getting into.
Man.
Okay, Leah, let me allegedly.
Allegedly, right.
Our-
What money?
what money? No, the fans listen. What money?
What money? All right, son. Moving on to our pops, flops, and props.
Lost some props.
Oh, those pops, flops, and props.
Lost and
Who you
props.
popping tonight?
Big props to UFC 309. We finally get to see John Jones in a heavyweight fight. We didn't think it was going to happen at all through just other cancellations, injuries, things of that nature. But we got UFC 309 this weekend. Bay Miocic versus John Jones, the champ.
My pop is going to go to the return of Klay Thompson
Ooh,
to San Francisco against the Warriors Tuesday night. His Dallas Mavericks took on the Warriors. The Warriors got the best of them. But props to Klay in a nice return. Who you flopping? Who you flopping?
Flops is going to go to the Bulldogs and the Falcons. They took losing to Ole Miss on Saturday, and then we lost to the Saints. Falcons did on Sunday this past weekend. It was a flop for both of them. Those are games we really needed and should have won, but mainly with that Saints game. But
all right, son, my flop is gonna go to the College Football Bowl Playoff Committee. Man, these first 2 weeks you missed the mark. I was okay with week 1, but for you to vault Indiana up there all the way as high up as you did, there's a couple other ones. BYU, neither one of those teams have played the caliber of the SEC schedule or the Big Ten schedule. So, like you said, hopefully it all shakes out. But for right now, they get my flop of the week. Who you propping? Who you propping?
Props is going to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. When's the last time we seen the Cavaliers 13-0? First, as of right now, as November 15th, they're 13-0. But yeah, I got to give Cavaliers their props and also Donovan Mitchell. Sorry. Donovan
Spider-Man.
Mitchell. Yeah, Spider-Man. He's having a good year this year.
My prop is going to go to both Stephen Curry and LeBron James, both playing at a high level at this stage of their careers, 39 and 36, or let me back up, 36 and 39 years old, respectively, and still playing at a high level, man. Yeah, they get props. All right, son, it's time to tell someone to sit your ass down. Man, sit your ass down. Please. And thank you. Who you telling, son?
My sit your ass down is going to go to freshman forward Jackie Howard and senior forward Jaheim Hudson of the Auburn Tigers, who got in a fist fight. Auburn Tigers got in a fist fight in their flight in the air. This was Friday night after a game where they were pretty much, there's a backstory. They were a game. I think they were facing, I had to go back. Let me see. They were facing Vermont. So they were beating Vermont in this game pretty handedly, and they were killing them. And Jaheim Hudson was frustrated because he wasn't getting the ball as much. And then so the frustration stemmed into the flight later on leading to Houston. And that's when words were exchanged between him and freshman Jackie Howard. Hudson and them were exchanging words, and that's when Fish started to fly, and then they had to emergency land the plane.
Yeah.
And they had to get rerouted, emergency land the plane. So it was really Jaheim Hudson who started the fight and got into it with the freshman. So yeah, Jaheim Hudson, you need to sit your ass down
and enjoy your flight.
And honestly, because the frustration was very selfish, because you're mad. Auburn won that game handily. He was mad because he didn't get the ball as much. So instead of being a teammate and being proud that your teammates got to shine and being like, well, I'll get mine next, he was being selfish. He didn't get his, and he had to throw a tantrum because of it. So Jaheim Hudson, sit your ass down.
All right, son. Good one. I was going to use the playoff committee, college football playoff committee, but you brought it back to my attention. Joe Shine, Brian Dayball, John Mara, owner for the Giants. Sit your asses down, because you built your team around the wrong person. You put all that money into Danny Dimes. And all you had to do, seriously, is pay my man Saquon Barkley about $15 million per season. I think you still would have saved some money, and you could have probably gotten one of the elite quarterbacks. You probably could have had a Drake May, in this past year's draft, or even last year's draft. You would have been able to get a C.J. Stroud or Anthony Richardson or Bryce Young, somebody better than Danny Dimes.
Man,
because how did that man lead you to the playoffs 2 seasons ago, but he's not playing well at all within your system? So he's regressed. Something about either the play calling, something is different. And runner up for sit your ass down, Matt Eberflus. Man, you all are killing this young rookie. He's supposed to have the talent. I believe he has the talent, but you're not putting him in position to win. You fired your OC. Who's next? Oh, you, Eberflus. They're going to be telling you at the end of the season, sit your ass down. And Ryan Poles, I think if you wanted to save your job, you probably should have already fired Matt Eberflus. You might be going out too. And they're going to have a new GM and new head coach running the show in Chicago. So New York, Chicago, sit your asses down. All right, son. And we covered quite a bit tonight.
Man, a full slate.
Full slate.
Full plate.
Full plate, full slate.
Full plate, full
Mike
slate.
Tyson said, don't be late.
Man, don't be late. He said, I just can't wait. It's going to be
Final.
I got to anticipate. Because I gotta go fight Jake.
Is it Jake or Logan, Paul? I just want to eat his heart out and eat his kids.
Jake or Logan.
And as usual, we thank you all so much for listening to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass. No
Don't forget to get that merch. We got the new
merch. Woo,
the new
look
logo.
At that fresh one. Go
That's
ahead
that
and
fresh
get the
one.
merch.
Hot off the press.
Rep your favorite podcast out right now. Come on now.
And it's winter. Wear those hoodie orders. I know it's getting chilly out. You're going to want to get that hoodie. Want to get those sweats.
Hoodies.
Put the logo on there. Have some of that Me and D Pops and Son swag. Put that in your.
Put that swag in your bag.
Put that in your closet. Put that in your closet. All right, son. Tell them you and man.
Man, but until next time.
I'm
I'ma holler.